Hello friends, welcome back to Fenny for the Soul. So today's story is a marine story, marine conservation story. So I am at the Reefwatch base hospital in South Goa, and Reefwatch is a Mumbai-based NGO that is working in the field of marine conservation. Here in Goa, they are working closely with the Goa Forest Department, um, uh, Drishti Marine, the life-saving company, and Terra Conscious, environmental organization. So I'm at the base hospital, and I'm going to show you quickly before we get to talk to the team. Uh, I'm going to show you how the turtles are, the stranded turtles are in their different tanks and are being looked after. They've been given names. I'm going to show you how lovely the names are, and the boards are telling you exactly what food they get to eat. So as you can see, this olive ridley turtle is called Turbo, and it gets prawns and sardines to eat. This is an olive ridley. This is called hawking because it's a hawksbill turtle, which is very rare, and endangered species. It's a hawksbill turtle. It's a baby. So we're going to speak a little about hawking. Hawking is a hawksbill turtle, endangered species. Very few in the ocean. Very pretty turtle. This is a baby hawksbill. And I'm going to ask Mayank, the vet, to tell us a little about. Mayank, tell us.
Yeah. So this is hawksbill sea turtle. So we have brought her on the 23rd of June 2024. Previously she had, so this is one of the most critically endangered species of sea turtle. As you can see, their shell, the carapace is very beautiful. So they have been poached for those carapace also. So their number are very low in the wild. Previously she had a lung infection, but as we have described earlier, we had done nebulization course for her, and she is on the way of recovery now.
Oh, very nice. Good to hear that. Thank you. Hi, so we have Dr. Shantanu Kalambi with us. He is the Chief Vet and Project Manager for Reefwatch India. Happy to speak to you, Shantanu. Shantanu, tell us, when was Reefwatch formed and what were the key objectives?
Sure. Thanks for that, Rahul. So Reefwatch was started in 1994 by Prahlad and Mithali Kakkar. They had gone diving overseas and fell in love with the ocean and decided that they wanted to conserve our oceans for future generations. We started up in Lakshadweep as a coral, as an education and awareness project and program, along with where for people who are going there for diving. It morphed into coral restoration in the Andaman, and about 6.5 years ago is when we started the marine megafauna project on the coast of on the west coast of India. Currently, we run a veterinary service where we handle cases of sea animals, marine megafauna. So we have seabirds, sea turtles, cetaceans, and with cetaceans we do both whales and dolphins. And so what happens is, whenever an animal washes up on shore, if they are dead, we do postmortems to find out why they died. We also collect samples for DNA and other testing. We also, and if the animals are alive, we take them in, treat them, give them whatever care they need, and release them back into the wild.
Okay, thank you. Specifically about Reefwatch's Goa operations, and when did that begin, and who your partners are, active partners?
So Reefwatch was in Goa, started in about 2021. We were invited in by the Forest Department to be a part of the Marine Standing Network that was started by Terra Conscious, Forest Department, and Drishti. We came in to provide the veterinary component of things. We started up 2021, so it's been about almost close on 4 years now.
So, what's the specific role played by all the partners that you mentioned?
So the forest department is the encompassing entity that provides the permissions, supervises what's going on, makes sure kind of ensures that things are done within the regulatory framework of things. We work under permissions from them. Terra Conscious had started up this organization and set up the reporting network. Drishti is the network of lifeguards that are on almost every beach in the state. They are the ones who report in the cases, and they're the first responders in most cases.
Wonderful, thank you. So, Emmanuel, the Olive Ridley is going in for nebulization now, and you will see how they technically carry. So, Tanuj and Jordan are carrying Emmanuel for nebulization, and to the,
We don't want to space them out.
So this is done. The towel is placed over the eyes and the head so that they don't get stressed out when they are getting the nebulization. So Jordan, who is a team member, she is the outreach officer. So for the Reefwatch Goa, so she is doing the nebulization, as you can see. Mayank, our resident vet, is going to tell us about an injury that Emmanuel has and why this nebulization is being done.
So here is another olive ridley turtle. We call her Emmanuel. As you can see, there are this slight old injuries on the neck and even on the flippers. And as you can see, you must have seen this everywhere. We do this nebulization for turtles also. So the thing is, because of these injuries which might occur again because of the net entanglement, which is because of this ghost nets, they might get stuck there and they can't breathe properly. That's why sometimes they get in this water, and every once in a while we get this turtles either with lung infection or something plastic or net ingestion in the digestive system. So in mammals, like in humans also, we have this diaphragm so as to cough out all the excreta or all the foreign bodies out of the body. But these turtles, they don't have this diaphragm, so it's a one coelomic cavity. So even if they have ingested any foreign material or water, they can't actually take them out. So nebulization is one of the methods which helps them to help them for the lung injuries and infections.
Wonderful, thank you. Anthony, tell us about Reefwatch's pan-India footprint.
So currently we cover Karnataka and Goa, the entire coastline. Whenever case is reported anywhere on any beach for these two states. We also work with the government in different states, training veterinarians, especially in Gujarat and now in Maharashtra. We're going to be looking at the East Coast too, where we're training veterinarians to handle these cases. And over time, we want to expand to the entire coastline of the country.
Oh, wonderful. Tell us about the key causes of turtle stranding, for instance, and the challenges in treating them.
So most of our cases that come in are related to ghost net, but we see a large number of cases that come in with parasites, with internal parasites. They come in with some unknown diseases. We get a lot of cases of animals that are brought in with diseases that are resistant to most known antibiotics. That's why we've started an antibiotic resistance project where we're trying to identify what kind of bacteria are causing these diseases and what they're resistant to. because finding antibiotics that can treat them is not very easy.
So this is Percy, who's come last month, 26th of June. Today is the 16th, and she is a green sea turtle. Again, a very rare species. And Mayank, the vet, is going to tell us a little about what the challenge with Percy is.
So as you can see, she is a very beautiful green sea turtle. It is one of the endangered sea turtle found in the world. With green sea turtle, there's a lot of time there's a issue of plastic ingestion. So we are suspecting that plastic injection in her also. We have taken radiograph bloods, but still she is not recovering, and she is one of the critical patients which we have here at the base. Today we have scheduled one USG for her, and we'll see what we can do about it.
Thank you. Besides ghost nets, I think plastic is also a major threat to turtles. No?
So a large number of the cases we see have plastic in their guts. Sometimes what that does is it causes impaction, and so they can't eat anything and then die of starvation. We've seen a lot of cases of dolphins that have ingested ghost net and plastic to a point that we're fishing out 5 to 8 kilo balls of fishing net and plastic from their stomach. We find that usually the animals are dead before we find them. And but it can be, it's one of the causes of quite a few deaths, about 10% of our deaths.
Thank you. And I believe you all are working with there's a project in your Karnataka base.
Yes, so we in Karnataka we work with HCL, and we work with local communities, and HCL funds this project. We work with local fishing communities that where we run a fish ghost net buyback program. So usually when fishermen go out to sea and like the nets get damaged, they have a system where these nets are sold to butcheries and they're either repurposed for agriculture or utilized for other plastic production. But for the smaller bits of ghost net, the ones that are 5 or 10 feet long, that get caught on rocks when people are fishing, usually these net bits are left behind in the sea. And by creating a buyback program, we get fishermen to actively collect these fishing nets and bring them to us for.
Oh, wonderful. Can this not be extended to other regions, like say Goa, for instance?
So it's a work in progress. We are slowly getting. It's just right now we are covering a 50-kilometer stretch in Karnataka.
Wow.
But and just from there we've managed to collect over 3.5-4 tons of plastic over the last 9 months to a year. And so the volumes are huge. So
Shantanu, all this good work that you all do cannot be possible without sponsors. So what's the role played by sponsors? And this Goa project, I believe Royal Enfield is the key sponsor.
So our Goa project is completely sponsored by Royal Enfield and Eicher Motors. They've been funding us for the last 1.5 years. And we've been, unless we have corporate sponsorship or government sponsorship, these projects are very difficult to run. It is very expensive to get this work done in the long run. And having a partner like Royal Enfield kind of really helps us get our work sorted without having to worry too much about funding.
Okay. Thank you. So we just saw a bird now, the tern, one of the marine birds that get stranded. So Omkar, who's the research officer, will tell us now about how they look after birds.
So we just received this tern. It belongs to the Oncoprine genus. We don't exactly know which species. It's either a bridled or a sooty tern. A proper thorough examination will tell us which species exactly. The forest officers delivered it to us about half an hour ago. So all these birds are called pelagics, which means that they are all deep sea species. You don't get to see them on shore until there is something extremely wrong with them. They get caught in the storms, heavy winds, stuff like that. or they have some kind of an injury. That's how they end up on the shores and at the end at Reefwatch.
Yeah. And their treatment obviously is a little different from what treatment is given to turtles. No?
Yes, I mean all the animals are sensitive, but birds in particular are extremely sensitive to noise disturbances, handling, just stress basically, and temperature fluctuations. So we need to make sure that we don't disturb them all too much once they come in. So for about an hour they are left alone. Heating pads are turned on because all of them come in drenched. In this season especially, the temperatures are low. We just try to maintain the temperature and keep the stress levels low. Later on we follow the protocol. Fluid.
हाँ, तो ये बिल्कुल सही तरीके से इन्होंने उठाया है। फोटो में अगर आप नोटिस करें तो सी टर्टल का इस जगह पे हम लोग बोल रहे हैं गले के पीछे, है ना, इस जगह पे एक रिज रहता है हाथ डालने का।
Yeah, this is fine.
We should shift it to one side. Hey, let's get a photo now.
The rope, rope. पाण्याला वरती उद्या
Fantastic. Hey, here, Sangha, one more coming. You releasing?
Sangha? Yeah. Easy.
Nice. Well done, well done.
Okay, let me know.
कोई कोई